You save 50 rupees today and nothing happens. Nothing happens tomorrow either. That silence is exactly why almost everybody quits before the money shows up. Darren Hardy's book The Compound Effect has one simple spine: small, smart choices, repeated over a long time, beat one big dramatic move. Every single time. And here is why this matters to you right now. If you are waiting for a bigger salary to start building wealth, you are waiting for the wrong thing. The choice you make with today's money matters more than the size of it. Let me show you the maths behind that claim. Start with the idea itself. The compound effect is the payoff you get from a series of small, ordinary choices so small they look like they cannot possibly matter. Picture two friends, same salary. One puts aside 200 rupees a day. The other spends it on delivery food. After 1 week, the gap is 1400 rupees. Nothing. After 1 month, 6000. Still nothing worth a conversation. But keep going. That is the whole idea. The result is invisible until suddenly it is impossible to miss. Notice this, the choice never got bigger. Only the time did. Run that same 200 a day for 10 years, at a modest 8% return, and you land near 11 lakh rupees. Your friend has a decade of empty food containers. Same salary, same city, same starting day. The only difference was a choice small enough to feel unimportant. That is the part that should stop you. Second idea, and this is the one nobody warns you about. Compounding is direction neutral. It does not care whether you are building or leaking. A subscription you forgot to cancel. A card balance you carry every month. Those compound too against you. Think about a credit card carrying 2000 rupees at 3.5% monthly interest. That's 42% a year. It doubles in under 2 years without you buying a single new thing. Small leaks sink big ships. Same maths, opposite direction. I see the mirror of this every month in my own work. Reconciling more than 50 bank accounts, a tiny unexplained difference in January is a 2-minute fix. Left alone until December, it has multiplied through 11 months of statements and it costs a full day to unpick. Small problems do not stay small. They compound. Third idea, consistency beats intensity. Ask yourself honestly, who ends up richer? The person who invests 50,000 once in a good year, then stops. Or the person who moves 5,000 every single month without fail, for 10 years? Think for a second. It's the second one, and it isn't close. 6 lakh contributed versus 50,000. Hardy's whole point is that the winner is almost never the most talented person in the room. It's the person who kept showing up on the boring days. And here is the quiet advantage of the monthly habit. Because you buy every month, you buy when prices are high and when they are low, and the average price you pay smooths out. The once-a-year investor is betting on getting the timing right. The monthly investor never has to be right. Consistency removes the need to be clever. Fourth, and this is where most people quit. Hardy calls it the valley of disappointment. You do everything right for 6 months, and the balance still looks embarrassing. 12,000 saved. Nobody is impressed. Nothing changed in your life. So you stop. But compounding is backloaded. Most of the growth arrives in the final stretch, not the first. Watch what happens with 200 a day. Year 5, you are around 7.5 lakh. Year 10, 11 lakh. Year 20, over 36 lakh. The curve was always waiting for you. Look at the shape of it. The first decade builds 11 lakh. The second decade adds 25 more. Same daily choice, same 200 rupees, no extra effort. The person who quit in month 6 was not wrong about the numbers. They were only wrong about the timing. Give it the years it asks for. Last idea, and it's the practical one. Hardy says track it, because you cannot improve what you don't measure. So make the choice automatic and make it visible. Set up a standing instruction on payday before you spend anything. If the money moves on its own, your willpower never gets a vote. Then keep one simple record: the date, the amount, the running total. That's it. Accountants already know this instinct. What gets recorded gets managed. Apply the same discipline to your own money that you'd apply to the company's. And keep the first amount small. Deliberately small. 500 rupees a month that you never cancel beats 5,000 that you abandon by March. Start at a level so easy it feels almost silly, then raise it once every 6 months. The habit is the asset. The amount is just a number you can adjust later. So, quickly. Compounding is small choices multiplied by time, nothing more. It runs both ways, so debts and ignored errors grow just as fast as savings do. Consistency beats intensity, because 120 small contributions beat one heroic one. The valley of disappointment is real, and the growth is hiding on the far side of it. And what you automate and record is what actually survives. If you remember one rule, make it this one: the size of the choice never mattered. The number of times you repeated it did. Here's your one action for tomorrow. Open your banking app and set one standing instruction for an amount so small you'd never miss it. Then leave it alone. Your future self will do the rest of the work for you. Keep going.